Well, I feel like we ought to introduce you to the world.
Okay.
Georgia Twynham.
Yes.
Local author.
Yes.
And we had this conversation on the stairs up into Cafe Nero, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
That Waterstones have been fantastic for you as a writer, and we'll talk about that a bit more later. But they've advertising you as a local author, and you're kind of thinking now it needs to be international.
I need to be international. I need to move on to international author. I think local makes you sound like cheese sometimes. You know, it's very nice to be a local author, and I'm very proud to be a local Lincolnshire author. But you can buy the book all over the world. You can buy it anywhere. You can buy it in Japan, you can buy it in America, you can buy it in China, you can buy it anywhere you want, because the world is the way it is now with the internet and everything. So it's like /Lincolnshire /local /international author. Thank you very much.
There you go. They've been told. Right. So your book's the 13th.
Yeah.
The second book, The Turncoat.
Yeah.
And we'll talk in depth about those later on.
Yeah.
But they've been a fantastic success.
Yes, they have.
And you've got hundreds and hundreds of fans.
Yes.
Did you ever expect any of this?
No. No, I blame my mum for everything. When I originally wrote The 13th, I didn't really write it for anybody in particular. It was more just for me because I had the idea and I wanted to get it down on paper and it just wouldn't stop bugging me. And when I'd finished it, you know how you do something and then I'd say to my mum, well, you know, one day I'll get it made into a book, one day. And she said, you know what, today's the day, let's do it, let's get on with this because I'm sick and tired of listening to you go on about one day. And she said, what's the worst that could happen? People read it, they don't like it, then you've tried. And that's what happened, and we did it, and it was just the complete opposite. Everybody loved it, people started buying it, and the words started to spread, and it's gone from there, really. And then I had to sort of follow it on because it's a series of 6 books. I had to bring the second one out, which, you know, is really a great experience, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's just not what I expected 2 years ago, really.
Bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
So let's take you right back to when you was a child. Did you write?
Is this a therapy session?
Yeah. I'll hypnotise
No.
you. Did you write as a child?
No.
You never imagined that wasn't your career choice?
No, I was going to be a checkout girl at Tesco's. That was my chosen job. I was brought up in a very small village, only 80 people, no shops, no pubs, no entertainment of any sort apart from climbing the local tree. And we would go into town once a week and we'd go to Tesco's, and that woman had the technology. She had everything that I've ever wanted. And I thought that's what I want to do when I grow up. I wasn't very good at English, I wasn't very good at writing, I wasn't very skilled with any of those sort of things. I wasn't a good reader, had a really bad problem with my eyesight when I was younger, which they didn't detect until I was 9, so I never would have even dreamt of it. Storyteller, definitely. I can spin a yarn, you know, I can tell you a tale, but I never would have dreamed of writing it, no.
Did your parents, I mean, did they ever kind of see something in you, do you think, that you maybe didn't see yourself?
That's a very tricky question to ask me because my mother's going to watch this. My mother thought I was just wonderful. No. No, I don't think so. No, I mean, it's very strange because I'm just the last person that anyone in my family would have expected to do something like this. The very last person. So, no.
And so what do your family think now? Because I know they've been really supportive.
Oh, gosh, yeah. I mean, my mum just oozes pride, and her partner John and my partner Jason and my daughter, they all really, really love it. And you can't do something like this without support. You just can't, you know. Without them, I would have probably either given up or thrown the towel in or thrown a paddy or whatever, and they're always there to support you. So it's very, very important.
Yeah, and your fans as well, I'm guessing.
Oh, they mean so much to me. It's incredible. All the people on Facebook, on the fan site, I know every single person that joins, you know, through someone or something, or a school that I've gone to, or the children that I meet. The children that I do meet in schools that I see later on, you know, they're just like a big family to me now. I'm a bit of a...
So how long have you had because you've got a Facebook fan site,
yeah.
haven't you? How long have you had, how
We
long's
started that just before the 13th came out.
And how many members have you got?
We've got, this morning we had 891. Not counting or anything, do you know what I mean? Yeah, 891.
And you've just ventured into the world of Twitter?
I do Twitter, yeah, but I can't. 140 characters isn't enough for somebody like me. I'm like, I just start to write a sentence and then it's like you're out of characters and you're like, ah. And it's very fast-paced, Twitter. And I like to sort of tell people about things rather than just go, I just had chocolate cake. You know, I'm going to have a bath. That's what Katie Price finished. I'm going to have a bath. I was like, oh, really? Thanks for sharing, Katie.
So let's kind of move on to the public's reaction to your book.
Yeah. I haven't had one thrown at me yet. No.
Everybody seems to have loved them.
Yeah.
You've launched both your books at Waterstones.
No, I launched the first one in the Village Hall in Middle Raisin.
That was right.
Yeah. Epicentre of entertainment, that place. Yeah, it was fantastic.
And the second one you had Waterstones
on the High Street in Lincoln. Yeah.
So Waterstones have been fantastic to you.
Very much.
How did you go around getting your work into Waterstone stores? Because it's not just here. Waterstones.
There's over 100. Yeah, over 100 stores.
How did you manage that?
What I did was, I decided, as a self-published author, you can either go down the route of selling the books yourself and making more money, or you can sell them through a bookstore if they'll take you. A lot of places sell and return, you know, there's lots of different options. And I thought, no, I want to see my book on a Waterstones shelf and I want to see it in the #1 position. I don't ask much in life, you know, I'm not demanding or anything. So I came in and I met Jo Turner, I hope she doesn't mind me saying her name, at the Waterstones on the High Street, before I'd even published the 13th. And I asked her, what did kids look for? What should my cover look like? Lots of different questions, and then I would stalk the store on a Saturday and talk to children and their parents. So I'd already made a good rapport with the staff on the High Street. And then when the book arrived, literally the first 5 copies, I bought one straight into Jo and I said, please, please, please read this book, and if you think it's any good. Then everyone who asked me, you know, can we get your book? I said, yeah, you can buy it at Waterstones. Because they could order it. Once it's got an ISBN number, you can order it through a bookstore. And it was just the volume of people that came in. And then obviously when it took off, it was the volume of people that followed that. And then I contacted Waterstones and sort of pleaded and said, look, give me a chance. And they put it in their core stock in over 100 stores, which is quite unusual for a self-published book.
So we'll talk about, you are self-published.
Yes.
Why did you choose to go down that route? Is it sort of more difficult than finding a sort of publisher, or?
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated. There's 2 sides to the coin really. When you go down the publishing route, it's time. You know, you've got to send it out to publishers. They receive hundreds of manuscripts every week, especially in the YA young audience that I'm in. You know, it's really, really hard to get in because of things like Harry Potter, Stephanie Meyer's. You know, it's a small niche. And I thought, am I going to hang around and wait for these people to tell me that my book's okay, or should I just go for it? And if people like it, and if it's good enough, eventually it will get taken on by a publisher, which is still my, you know, my hope and my aspiration, to be taken on by a mainstream publisher. But I just thought I'd go in a different route. I wouldn't go in the front door or the back door, I'd go down the chimney instead, just risk it. And to be honest with you, it's paying off. You know, it's got such a good following and the sales are really good that people are now looking at it. So it was a strange route, but worth taking.
Yeah, and the risk's paid off.
It is, yeah, it has. But I worked, for the first year I worked 24/7 every day if I wasn't talking to someone or trying to get myself booked. Because obviously, when you're a published author, that has a label of credibility, a bit like being a corgi gas man or an electrician. I'm not quite sure how that works. So being self-published, I'd go to schools and say, can I come and talk? I'm self-published. And they'd go, well, you know. And then one school let me in. Once that school let me in and allowed me to speak to the kids, then everybody just automatically went, yes, great, fantastic. And I've not stopped since. And last week I gave the awards. Obviously this isn't relevant if you listen to this 2 years down the line, but I gave the award for the school's book prize, which was amazing, enfolding, you know, all these children in this competition, and I got to give the prize. So it's gone really well.